Mike, I gotta do this. Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think?
He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea.
Nah, I don't think they want to see him fight Canelo. You think so? You think they want to see him fight Canelo?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Chad. So is that where we're at right now with Canelo Crawford?
No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money?
Yeah, he needs the money.
Mike Tyson recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, and he didn't hold back. Tyson called it a risky move for Crawford, bluntly saying, "I don't think it's a good idea." He praised Canelo's strength, slick head movement, and relentless pressure in the ring. According to Tyson, the combination of Canelo's size and aggressive style could be too much for Crawford to handle. While he respects Crawford's talent, Tyson believes the danger far outweighs the reward.
Mike, I gotta do this. Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think?
He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
Tyson has long admired fighters with solid fundamentals and real punching power, and he sees those traits in Canelo Alvarez. He pointed out that Canelo isn't just strong, he's smart. Tyson praised his ability to slip punches and control fights with both skill and pressure. In his eyes, Canelo is the total package, smart, technical, and aggressive, which makes him a serious threat to anyone.
I think Canelo should beat him, overpower him, but Canelo's not moving his head no more. The other guy is hitting him. And that's what gives the other guy confidence. He believes he can hit.
When it comes to the idea of Crawford moving up in weight to fight Canelo, Tyson is totally against it. His biggest concern? Size. Canelo is naturally bigger and more physically powerful. Tyson emphasized that jumping up multiple weight classes can take a toll. It can slow a fighter down, reduce stamina, and even weaken their punches. Those are all key elements in a big fight, and Tyson believes Crawford's usual strengths might not hold up at this level.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky. Yeah.
Want to know.
That said, Tyson made it clear he has no doubts about Crawford's skills. He even said Crawford could compete with anyone in the sport, referencing his impressive outing against Israel Madrimov. But this specific matchup, Tyson just doesn't think it makes sense. While he understands that Crawford is chasing greatness, Tyson feels this fight isn't what fans truly want. It's not about Crawford's ability, it's about whether the risk is worth the potential reward.
I just came from Crawford's last fight.
In L.A.?
Yes.
You went to it. What'd you think?
I thought that was a tough guy, and that guy I'm glad that he came back the last 2 rounds. That guy was very awkward and strong.
Super awkward.
Yeah, and this guy fights anybody. Crawford fights anybody. Yeah. I don't agree with that, because you got to look good in order for you won't mess up your next fight. Because if you fight this guy, you don't look good, the fans say, I don't want him. He's not going to look good and win with this guy. You got to constantly have fights that and fight a guy that's going to make you look good. The guy got to pressure you or something. This guy's running around. Crawford's not used to this kind of movement and
Weird
stuff.
fit.
Yeah, awkward as a motherfucker.
You think are you ready? You think the world's ready for Crawford Canelo?
I support Crawford and Canelo both, but
I mean, it's the fight people want to see, right?
I don't think they want to see him fight Canelo. You think so? You think they want to see him fight Canelo?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's what Crawford wants too. Right?
He wants to fight him too.
I think he wants to make history.
It's a big fight.
Well, to make history is worth doing it.
Yeah, I think he wants to.
When pressed for a prediction, Tyson stopped short of calling the fight a 50-50. Yes, he said Crawford can hurt anyone, but he doesn't believe it'll happen against Canelo. That hesitation speaks volumes. Tyson sees the fight as leaning heavily in Canelo's favor. Not because Crawford isn't good enough, but because the physical gap might just be too much to overcome.
Fight. Great fight. Right?
50-50.
I want to say Crawford. Why everybody say it's 50-50?
You don't think it's 50-50?
60-40, but you gonna tell him which one?
You think Crawford can stop him?
Crawford can stop anybody. I'm not saying he can't, he's going to, but he can't.
Gervonta Davis also weighed in, and he brought a new angle to the table. According to him, Crawford's motivation might be more financial than competitive. Davis pointed out that this could be the biggest payday of Crawford's entire career. He also reminded fans that Crawford has been hurt before by smaller opponents like Yuriorkis Gamboa, which raises red flags when it comes to facing someone as powerful as Canelo.
Face each other. So is that where we're at right now with Canelo Crawford?
No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money?
Yeah, he needs the money.
You think he had a chance to win? But what makes you say that? You know, I mean,
he needs the money. I'm telling you, fam.
Does he have a chance to win though?
Top Rank ain't playing like that, and they ain't playing like that.
So you don't
see? They ain't playing like that.
He's going up three or four weight classes. You think the chances of him?
That's why he say why he don't like me. That's the real shit.
Going up those weight classes to face him, you know, how could you convince fans that he can beat Canelo? If you,
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. I didn't. He's a good fighter.
But you don't see it.
But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because they, like, you know, they're smaller. They know how to move and things like that. But this guy is great at what he do. He got, and another thing, bro, I don't be wanting to, how these guys is, then you get hurt against,
Madrimov? There you talk about Crawford got touched by Madrimov? Is that what you
No,
said?
he got clipped by
Gamboa,
right?
Yeah.
Right? How the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm always. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so that's
and that guy that a part of it, he been caught.
Yeah,
he went to jail for it. He went to jail, right?
Victor Conte.
Yeah.
Davis suggested money might be the real driver behind the fight, even if the matchup doesn't seem wise. But Terence Crawford sees things differently. He views this as a career-defining moment. He's not denying the risk. In fact, he's embracing it. For him, this is a chance to make history and reach a level no one thought possible. When asked about weight concerns, Crawford brushed them off, saying people are just repeating what they hear instead of thinking for themselves. He's confident that this is the right move.
I think me and Canelo will make for a great fight. It's the best fight in boxing right now. And you got two first ballot Hall of Famers going head to head with each other. And everybody want to see how Terence going to do going up 2 more weight classes.
A lot of people making a big deal about the weight. You just walked in here. You don't look like a 54 right now.
I just think a lot of people is adopting other people's thoughts.
I've seen Canelo in person.
Yeah.
Even for him, 168 is a big weight class.
Facts. And he's always the smallest person in his division. When you got Usyk fighting Tyson Fury, you know, Tyson Fury was the massive fighter over Usyk.
I'm not even so sure Canelo will be the bigger guy.
He'd probably be thicker, but I'm taller. You know, he have his strong points in the fight. I have mine, so.
Finally, former world champion Amir Khan, who's faced both men, added his perspective. Khan focused on ring IQ. While Canelo may have the power advantage, Khan believes Crawford's intelligence, movement, and speed could be the difference. In Khan's eyes, strength isn't everything. Sometimes the smarter fighter wins. And he believes Crawford's mind could be his greatest weapon in this battle.
But it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford. But from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tighter and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you know what I mean? You need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, You need more than power. You need more than speed. You need ring IQ. You need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters who are going to be fighting each other. Even though Crawford is going to be giving away a lot of weight, but I feel that it could go either way.
For Terence Crawford, this fight isn't just about the money, it's about legacy. He fully acknowledges that Canelo Alvarez is one of the biggest names in the sport, and he sees this matchup as his chance to prove he belongs at the very top of boxing's elite. It's not just about testing his skills, it's about stepping onto the biggest stage possible and showing the world that he can compete with and potentially defeat one of the most decorated...
Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo's a beast. And you know, when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career there as well. So, whoever I was going to fight, I was going to give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were probably winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But, beautiful. Yeah, I was boxing well. But you know, one thing, size, now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division. But then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, you know. I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally, I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight, you know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro, remember, Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well. And he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old, this, that, another. But no, Canelo's still a beast.
I mean, Eddie Hearn says don't live levels above Adam. What do you think?
I think today, Adam proved he is probably on the same level, but in my opinion, both guys want to fight each other just yet.
But not everyone is sold on the idea. Legendary Mexican champion Juan Manuel Marquez has expressed serious concerns. He pointed out that weight classes exist for a reason, to keep competition fair and balanced. Marquez fears Crawford is reaching too far by stepping into a division where he doesn't naturally belong. Even the most talented fighters, he warns, can struggle when they give up the physical advantages that made them dominant in lower weight classes.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and 3 more divisions. 2 more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches. But I think the weight class is no good for him.
Since moving up to 154 pounds, Crawford did claim the WBO interim super welterweight title. While some analysts noted a slight drop in his knockout power compared to his performances at 147, his overall game has remained razor sharp. His patience, timing, and ability to adjust in real time have kept him dominant. Although the added weight might have dulled his punching edge, Crawford's boxing IQ continues to be one of his greatest weapons. On the other side, questions have started to surface about Canelo's recent form, especially after his bout with William Skull. Some observers felt Canelo didn't look as dominant or explosive as fans are used to. While he still won the fight, the performance sparked concern rather than confidence. Could it be a sign that Canelo is slowing down just enough to give a fighter like Crawford a real shot? William Skull, Canelo's most recent opponent, didn't break down the fight in detail, but acknowledged the excitement surrounding a potential Alvarez versus Crawford showdown. The buzz is undeniable. Another voice supporting Crawford is super middleweight contender David Benavidez. He praised Crawford's discipline and work ethic, saying that those traits often lead to surprising upsets. Benavidez believes that if anyone can pull off the unthinkable and beat Canelo, it's Terence Crawford.
This for all the nut huggers, the bud nut huggers, the bud butt buddies. You see that. You see that. We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess? Jamel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champion in recess. Nah, man. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is the WBC intern junior middleweight champion. Nah, man. So make it make sense. People gotta make it make sense. Charlo's still a big dog there. Yeah, that's my camera behind me. Charlo's still a big dog there. So a lot of people need to get their facts straight. Understand? Opinions don't matter. It's all facts. No opinions. Sport podcast. And I'm always gonna bring you the real, never the fake. And I'm never late on the news. You hear me? Get at me, man. Dollar.
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my opportunity, and and after this fight, what else are you gonna say? You know what I mean? This was a tough fight. You know, the top people ranked at the WC are fighting each other. So I mean, it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, then I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go try to, you know, I set my conquest on 175. Like I said, I don't want no handouts either. I want to, you know, earn my spots everywhere I go, even at 175. But you know, I see that weight class. You know, I want to become champion at 175, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You know, Canelo's a stronger guy, the bigger guy. But in the fight with a guy that moves around, and if Crawford uses his skills and his legs and his technique and just his ability, I think he can win. He can win the fight in decision, as long as he doesn't get hit with those big shots from Canelo.
Terence Crawford has had one fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrimov. He is older than Canelo. He is coming up in weight. He is coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what? Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
Yeah, same here. And even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, you know, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot-shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I got to do something great. That's when Crawford's going to have to get on his bike.